What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I want to talk about James Conrad's relationship with hole 17 at Winthrop Gold. So this is at the USDGC 2019. This is the coverage of Spin TV with Ken Climo on the mic. I love this coverage. I think Climo's a really great commentator. I wish we got to hear more out of him. And I think he has the perfect voice for commentary, and he knows this course better than anybody in the whole world. So James Conrad has a hefty lead in 2019, and he's coming up to hole 17, and Big Germ is actually charging, trying to close the gap, and he absolutely parks this hole. And James Conrad knows he needs to put it in the island, and this is what happens.
Makes you have to throw it a little bit harder to get there anyway.
James is going to go with the putter, and this is the most dangerous play on this hole here.
Oh, he's caught an early leaf, and that usually means disaster. Sure enough, well short.
Once again, just like Chris Clemens yesterday, your tournament leader coming into this hole, he is not going to be under par on it. This is going to be his third shot here. Bogey at best, unless he can throw it in.
Looks like he's turned that one over, and if the wind beats on it like it normally does when you turn it over, it comes up short again. This is hands on the head, kind of akin to Johnny McRae after he's missed a couple times, hands straight to the head, and not much more you can do here. Just kind of ask yourself, do you want to win this? Let's put it on the green here.
This is James Conrad. If he can't get on the island here, he could be in big trouble.
Oh, by less than a foot over top of those bales, but does successfully find the green.
So he barely makes it over on the last one, but if he misses that one, that could be his tournament. That could be really James Conrad's namesake win in his career, was this USDGC, and that's what, like, we all know Conrad's good at circle 2 putting, and we all know he can hit crazy ace runs, and we all know he can throw his putters, but we also ignore the fact that James Conrad needs to learn to throw a forehand this offseason so he can make a push to be the best player in the world, because he's like top 3 in so many different things within the game, but he has possibly the least viable forehand out of anybody on tour. And in today's game, with the athletes that are coming up playing disc golf, unless you have an injury that prevents you from throwing sidearm, like, you need to have some kind of sidearm, even if it's just for approach shots. And we know Conrad can turn his putters over like nobody else, but sometimes you just need the shape of a forehand. We're gonna move up to USDGC this year. Thanks to Spin TV, that last video, I really love that coverage. That's one of the coverages that I've gone back and watched multiple times. So I really love the coverage of Spin TV with Climo on the mic. It's a classic. So now we're gonna fast forward to round 1 this year. We're gonna see how James Conrad plays the exact same hole. So we have a perfect example here of Eagle McMahon throwing the forehand, and it really didn't look like all that good a shot, but there's so much room for error when you play it off to the right with a proper forehand with something really dumpy. Now we have James Conrad trying that difficult putter turnover, and you just don't know how the wind is going to act on the disc on that backhand, because those putters can be so glidey. Again, he got pretty unlucky. The grass could have stopped it, but a forehand's going to dump and crash. So now we have James Conrad teeing again. Let's see if he can put this one in the island. Comes up short, and he hits the bails. Mind you, at this point of the tournament, James Conrad's not out of the running yet. He can easily come back in the next couple of rounds. I mean, that last throw just looked crazy the way he threw it. Like, he had no confidence going into that last throw. So he misses the island 3 times and is going to have to proceed to the drop zone. So that was Conrad's tournament over right there. So the returning champ lost the tournament really on this one hole, and I hate to see that, and I really hope James Conrad can learn to throw forehand. And I think it's a good lesson to everybody who's playing disc golf. If you only throw forehand, you should learn to throw backhand. And if you can only throw backhand, you don't have to be the best forehand player in the world, but just have something. Like, have something you can throw for this kind of shot, and it's going to greatly improve your game. We're all going into the off season right now. Take the off season to practice what you're not good at, and when you're in season, work on what you're already great at and try and continue to do what you're good at. But once you hit the off season, you need to point out your weaknesses and you need to attack them. I want that to be a lesson not only to myself, but to all the disc golfers who watch this channel, Comment down below what you're going to work on this off season. For me, I'm going to continue working on my putting, and I'm going to continue working on understable fairway driver straight shots. Those are the two things that I'm really bad at. So I'm going to continue to practice those things and try and be the best player I can be this upcoming season. Thank you for watching. This is Iceberg TV, and take care.